This was a nice and quick session, which showed a bit of progress from the previous week. I started off with some plyometric warm-up and also something for the upper body, because I was going to alternate the band-assisted jumps with an upper body giant set. And from the get-go, the first set, I'm already seeing some progress from the previous week. The average air times are higher, and each individual one is pretty consistent with the others. Even the lowest ones is not below 870 milliseconds, which is also an improvement. And as I'm going through this upper body giant set, I was going for 18 repetitions with an extra 5 kilos on the weighted push-up. It's kind of annoying because when I'm trying to place the 5 kilo plate on top of my traps and then I'm going down for reps, it always ends up sliding against my neck, which on one end provides more resistance on that lever, on the other end is kind of uncomfortable. And after that I went straight into some work for the elbows, which pair very nicely with the pressing movement that I have just done. So hammer curls, bit of a different variation than the drag curls or the barbell curls, just to make sure that the overuse is minimized, even though I am not really focusing much on these and they are more of an accessory kind of exercise for the pressive movements. I just came from a very intense chin-up workout, so I didn't want to put too much stress on the lats in terms of weight. So what I did was grabbing a med ball and slamming it on the floor, which adds a bit of an explosive component to the lats, and maybe it's going to help out with pulling higher on the high pull-ups, is what I think. And then I went to the second set of the assisted bounces, and this one was the best one by far. All times were around 900 milliseconds, and I'm noticing that the last few repetitions were actually all above 900, which seems weird since this is kind of a high rep set, and for sure I am probably getting better at using the band to assist myself as I jump up. But I was also noticing that there was a bit of a better work done in keeping full hip extension, which is something that I'm not always doing, and whenever I am rewatching my footage, I'm always trying to see if I am doing it or not, and I want to see also if that correlates with a better jump. It doesn't really do that all the time, but I know that if I am implementing good technique always, I am able to then milk more results as time goes by. Another thing that I noticed is the fact that I many times don't land with both feet at the same time. There's always the right foot that kind of touches the floor a few milliseconds before that. It's slightly more extended downwards and my left knee is slightly bent, so it's hard to see and it doesn't happen all the time, but I do see that, and I don't know if that's going to affect the way that my next jump is going to be, but maybe just for the sake of injury prevention, it would be better to absorb the force, the landing force with both feet, just to be on the safe side. Maybe it's an improvement in technique that could over time bring me to jump higher more consistently, so it's worth maybe focusing on keeping my both legs at the same level if I can, and rewatching the footage should help me in addressing this, just for peace of mind, knowing that I'm doing everything that I can to prevent injuries down the road. And the second set was the best one. The third one was on par with the first set, but still it was better than anything that I've done up until now, so I consider this a good progression on what I've been doing over the last month or so. And in terms of the upper body, I was working towards getting to 20 repetitions with an extra 5 kilos on the weighted push-ups, and then just getting some work for the elbows and some volume in an explosive manner for my lats. And I'm probably going to go up to 10 kilos straight away, because there aren't really any 7 kilo plates that I can put on, and the plate is already annoying enough on my neck that I don't want to experiment with anything like a dumbbell on top of my back. So I'll go up to 10 kilos, and however many reps I can do with that is what I'm going to progress. I don't know yet if I want to take 10 kilos to 20 reps, or maybe just go for a faster weight progression, and if that stalls at any point, I can just go for higher repetition sets, just to see if I can break a plateau if it ever comes. And then moving on to the second part of the session, let's call it the second supersetting exercises. I was going in for weighted box jumps, and I kept the same height, but I increased the weight, which was the same weight that I was going to use for the loo raises. It's right now kind of convenient because I don't have to take too many dumbbells, and I can use the same ones for both the jumping and the loo raises. I don't know how well I'm going to progress with either of them. If I'm still rehabbing the shoulder, I don't really think that the loo raises weight is going to go up very quickly. But also on the other side, since I'm progressing the height of the weighted jumps, I will have to see how that goes. In an ideal world, since this is a good superset, I'd like to progress these two exercises with the same weights just for convenience sake, while at the same time fully rehabbing my shoulder in a short time frame. Maybe there are too many wishes in one sentence, but I guess that I'll ride this for as long as I can. And since I can always manipulate the height of the box where I'm jumping on and also the amount of reps, maybe I can kind of cheat my way into using the same weights for the foreseeable future if that helps my shoulder recovery. Ciao.